and it is basically a reverse of fates here. EG taking the scaling this time. FlyQuest taking some of the playmaking here for early game. Inspired with the Graves, though. Interesting, has fallen a bit off for jungle Graves.
Yep.
And yet, in some of these matchups here, really can, especially with the way that Inspired's been playing, to link up with support.
Game number 2. Let's do it. FlyQuest want to strike back here. Do not want to let Evil Geniuses go up to that 2-0 lead. Eyes on the junglers here. Inspired and Vulcan working together. Aphromoo being unlocked to rotate around and do stuff in the early game.
See it. So much focus from the players as well around mid lane.
Yep.
Both sides of them trying to ward the ramps, and Toucouille wants his Jarvan to gank. This is the surest sign that you want an early gank. I'm starting Sweeper, and I
love the fact that he's willing to play aggro even in those matchups. Toucouille trying to keep him back as much as he can, but JoJo will not be stopped that easily. Over on the other side, Inspired just doing the full clear here on Graves. Impact taking a bit of a whooping here from Kumo early on, down to 100 HP up against the Gwen.
now I'm the one with the scissors. Now they see the flag go down as well. Inspired's going to actually take that fight, as he knows he's got his mid laner pushing. JoJo could be the first one to this jungle skirmish, and that's what matters most. I want to highlight the mid laners. Here it comes. I'm telling you, this is #1 possibility when you go for a jungle invade. Smite fight?
Well, I think they're going to try to burst it with abilities.
Oh!
There it is.
He got it.
It is going to be secured there by Inspired, and now he's dealing with Jose Diodo here in the 1v1. Both of them got about 300 HP. Laser over the wall from JoJo. Inspired's not going to go any closer, is he? Nope, dashes right back away. JoJo trying to be able to help out his ally, but was a little bit too far away there. Jose Diodo, the one who ends up having to use his flash.
Inspired gets his level 4 off the Krugs and is going to chase Jose out of there, but that smite is very hard to hit. You saw Inspired, he canceled his auto that was going to hit the red buff at 520 HP. So it would not knock it down to the 450 for smite.
Oh boy.
He waits around here, the W is active and the Ghost is active. So it should be fine. But he waited, he checked his auto, and then on Jose's actual combo, when Jose threw down the EQ, Inspired still hits the smite, timing it with his opponent's combination. They both have their pros and cons. The tier 1 is definitely not bad. There's so much burst damage with Muramana. I think Muramana is so busted if you can
it's so strong
on any champ that can incorporate this item. Level 6 advantage there for Kumo. I also think there is a place for the crit builds to touch on it, especially if you are going to play into frontline like that, and you are going to actually have space to get your autos off, then the crit build still does decently have a place, but there's so much burst and so much range, and you get a lot of armor shred with early Shurelya's on the Muramana Eclipse build that both of them have some decent use cases. JoJo with the ultimate here just to clear the wave and get his back timing synced up with that of the Ahri.
Flash from Aphromoo there to try to go after that Graves. Inspired's reaction time was good enough to get him away, but FlyQuest invading the enemy jungler here. Jose Diodo does have to smite on that one. Now Inspired's in some more trouble, smites the Gromp, dashes back over the wall, won't stay alive, and it's Toucouille getting first blood for FlyQuest. JoJo's coming over, but Vulcan's already in even more trouble. Johnson's gonna grab another one for the FlyQuest side, as Evil Geniuses cannot respond.
Give them the playmaking champions, Flowers, and the plays will be made. FlyQuest with the invade. Your boy Aphromoo trying to defend a little bit too aggressively there before they have mid lane rotating over and not being able to track the Ahri.
Oh, and here we go again. It's Jose Diodo over the wall. It's JoJo in some trouble. Flash away from the Cataclysm. Nicely timed to avoid the damage.
Exactly. Saw that. Here we go, though. Kumo actually getting dove as well.
Sound the Ornn horn. It's time for trouble here in top lane. Impact chasing after him. Kumo's got the Ghost, and he's on the run. Inspired's too slow. He can't catch up. FlyQuest has backup coming in. Kumo, the great escape. Is it complete? Now, wait, I don't think this is over yet. Inspired still walking over the wall through the fog. Impact's here. Vulcan maybe looking to join up. And the entire time, Colonel I'm trying to sneak around. I think I have to use the bush.
Alive. EG gonna start up that Rift Herald in response though, and look at this roam timer on the supports. Both supports making their way up. It is level 6 ready for both of them as well. This one could be fireworks.
And we got to see ultimates used in the top side too. Both Ornn ulti and Gwen ulti are not available. Vulcan goes in after Aphromoo, but Afro's not concerned. He's ready to go in. Support is so easy, dude! Toucouille gets a kill on JoJoBune, and FlyQuest is still looking to find even more. Inspired is on the retreat, and Toucouille is on the chase. Impact's in the middle of everybody, and FlyQuest just destroyed Evil Genius.
This is why best of 5s are far superior, Flowers. You get to see the adaptation in the draft. They switch it up. This time around, more early game here for FlyQuest and more aggressive plays. Aphromoo, you said it. They target him, and he's like, great.
What happened with Inspired in game number 1, who had all of the kills? Jose only rolling assists in this one, as Kumo goes in for the 1v1 against Impact. And honestly, the trade goes pretty even between the two of them. Oh, wait, okay. Kumo tried to get a little bit extra there on the back end of things. Impact's gonna chase after him a little bit more, just get that wave shoved up. Has Inspired right behind him here, so in case he gets ganked as he tries to shove this wave all the way into the turret, he knows he's gonna have backup. Kumo just continuing to try to farm up whatever he can, poke onto Impact if he's able to. Impact saying, all right, you sure you don't want to come kill me? Look, I'm right here. Come get me, buddy. Come get me. Get the Ornn. Oh no, I'm so far up. What am I doing here?
You make a good Ornn. Oh no, I'm so far up!
Here they go, but Impact barely stays alive, and Inspired gets the first kill of the game for his team, while mid lane, it's JoJo dead again.
All right, I'll be Inspired then. Get off my Ornn, boy! He's able to get that kill in time. Kumo down, Danny trying to defend the blue side though.
Well, Afromoo's right there with Jose. Jose can't deal with Danny by himself, but having Afro next to him, he sure can. Danny cleanly takes the blue buff and gets away to
dangerous Ornn right there. He stayed to proxy an extra minion wave, and with the blast cone, he's even able to get out with it. The deed has been done.
Chad Ornn recalls whenever he feels like. FlyQuest, though, with their 2,500 gold lead, they've got enough control over the bottom side of the map to get themselves the first Drake of the game, just about 14 minutes in.
Go all in on the scaling. They didn't pick up the Yuumi. They went with Nautilus to kind of still have playmaking and go 50-50 with it. Nothing needs to be said about that replay.
Yeah, Vulcan's just standing there watching like, ooh, all right.
As you are also fond of pointing out, when you upgrade into Medjai's, then you get the Mythic passive bonus as well for very cheap compared to any other completed item.
Right.
So you really can kind of leverage the early lead that a 4-kill Ahri does have here with all of those stacks, getting quite a lot of value. Topside focus again, Inspired. Really going and focusing on Impact's lane to make sure he can constantly push in here on Kumo, and there's no kind of reverse scenario. They don't want this Gwen to get accelerated in scaling at all, because it does become a problem a bit later on.
And hey, the big thing I'm looking at here, one of our biggest differences in terms of individuals in this game, Toucouille was not properly focused and shut down in the early game. This is not a 0-2-0 Orianna, it's a 4-0-1 Ahri. He is in a great spot to be able to make the plays that can carry this team and carry this game.
Yeah, and Jose has done a great job in setting him up in a lot of those endeavors. Remember,
absolutely,
a lot of these skirmishes and the invades on enemy jungle, Jose and Aphromoo playing their parts this time around, now that they have a lot more options with this setup. And here we go once again.
Toucouille goes in, forces out the flash from JoJo. Without that, the charm would have landed, and trouble surely would have followed, as Aphromoo was right there for the follow-up CC. Mid lane tier 1 goes down, but EG's coming in, double flash over the wall to get away. But now it's Jose who has to escape as well, and he buffers the combo to get out of the CC.
There from Jose on the flag and drag. EG no Ornn ultimate, and they want to go in.
Jose's ready to try to turn this one around, but has he got in too early? Yes, I believe he has. Inspired's got the kill, but one immediately comes back as Johnson claims JoJo. Kumo's trying to buy time in the middle of everybody as a double kill goes over to the FlyQuest AD carry. Can they make it 3? Not quite yet, but Kumo gets it done. Danny's looking to fire back however he can, but Johnson wants to return a couple autos of his own. Danny is trying to skate around and keep on fighting this, trying to keep FlyQuest from getting any more, but he's down to 100 HP. Danny, I don't know about this one, buddy. I know you like moving fast, but it's time to haul ass. Inspired, trying to walk right. It is! It doesn't just rhyme, it's correct, damn it. And now Inspired has to go back into the pit. He'll look for the Rift Herald himself.
Positive stuff there to see from him. EG off the reset, though. Should be able to retake some vision here on the top side of the map, if not provoke Shelly.
Man, this is looking pretty dire for the side of Evil Geniuses, though. That is now the second Drake. They got both of those early ones. 4,000 gold lead before 20 minutes. Jose is going in to try to grab this second Herald, but it's not going to live for a terribly long amount of time, so they need to take care of this as quickly as they possibly can. Should last plenty long enough to get it. I would hope now that Johnson is up here. Remember, it would despawn at 1945. It's not aggroed. 1955. If it is, they clear it with 3 seconds to spare.
Plenty of time. And they also get the top turret here for Toucouille. All the gold onto Ahri. Again, focusing so much gold on this Ahri. That's why I'm going Death Cap. I've got 10 stacks on my Dark Seal. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take out the threats from EG, and I'm going to work around their front line, not through it.
And the thing I want to bring up about that front line and the itemization there, Impact not opting for the Tear into Fimbulwinter build that we see out of quite a few Ornns these days. Instead, just wanted to go straight for the Force of Nature second. It helps him in the 1v1 against the Gwen, as well as providing him protection against the most fed member of FlyQuest in Toucouille. But now Jose Dioto and Aphromoo are coming down to the bottom lane. The Rift Herald's going to be summoned up here. The Tier 2 is still at full HP, but with multiple FlyQuest players nearby, Evil Geniuses, will they even be able to hold this? Jose Dioto's going to step up. Herald's going to take a little bit of damage here. Impact loses about a third of his HP, but EG keep the turret going.
All right, able to keep it alive, 15% health or so, but you know, all of this work earlier that was done by Jose, by FlyQuest to clear out the vision. They take your whole blue quadrant, they increase their gold lead, they keep up their siege here. They still have plenty of poke, and that ultimate doesn't actually get anything out of EG, just the dash from Danny is going to be enough to zone them off that turret and finally get the objective. Plenty of time to pull back to the Dragon as well. I believe EG would probably not want to risk a lot on just Soul Point Dragon.
Yeah.
Wait another 5 minutes for the real big daddy.
Well, the thing is, I'm starting to wonder, Kobe, when do you fight for EG? Because we're at the point with a 6,000 gold deficit. Every fight feels bad. You're having to take low percentage plays now. Which is the one that you finally say, all right, this is where we bite the bullet?
The one where your opponent makes the biggest mistake.
Okay.
there is no way that you set it up to have that advantage. And so what you got to do in these situations is set yourself up for opportunities and then be ready to jump on them when they go.
Evil Geniuses and giving them less map to play with on Summoner's Rift. Kumo now pretty far pushed up, but he's not really worried. Inspired is down here, but Inspired and Impact together will have a tough time dealing with Kumo trying to chase him down when he has the Ghost available to run away. FlyQuest now starting up the Baron. It will be seen by this tricky little ward from Evil Geniuses that lets them know what FlyQuest is up to. Toucouille just playing the back part of the pit here, ready to intercept if anybody walks over, but FlyQuest does not have the manpower to take this out once Evil Geniuses knows what's going on. However, they do have the power to keep the split push going on the other end of the map. You pull them left, you strike right. You pull them right, you strike left. FlyQuest is trying to run them all over the map as Danny shows up in the bottom lane, gets the Ghost out of Kumo. But again, you pull them one way, you go the other, and the remaining players on FlyQuest are right back onto the Baron, again demanding an answer.
All right, well, the answer is here from EG. Everybody's coming over. Impact has teleport on the Ornn, and they're starting to fight.
Jose Dioto has made his way in onto the enemy mid laner. Jose Dioto is going to be taken low, and Danny's going to grab the kill. Now Kumo moves forward, looking to find something here. Aphromoo with the flash over the wall. FlyQuest lose one.
And they would have lost more, but they charmed Impact so he couldn't activate the second part of the Ornn ultimate. So the Ram didn't come through. FlyQuest avoided big disaster there, yet still give over some gold. The one kill here.
The bottom side river priority. Jojo's just going to pick up the blue buff here, so at least he'll be able to spam some spells for the Evil Geniuses. Impact has to walk back away, does not want to continue eating poke there. Aphromoo finds Zenith Blade onto Inspired, but now Vulcan's ready to find a little CC onto him. Danny chases after for a bit of additional damage, but no major cooldowns spent by either side. FlyQuest falling back away. Zeri Laser not going to find anything there. Josediodo back into the pit. The Drake is alive now. FlyQuest have control over the pit, but EG are moving up as a unit. Toucouille still here on the flank. He can come around from behind and try to find this angle. There's your Aphromoo solo flare. Immediate aggro. Johnson ultis on a rampage. And Jojo Pune is down. But Evil Geniuses are fighting back with Danny. Aphromoo is going to be taken low. Kumo comes in looking to find any bit of damage that he can. Aphromoo is going to be killed, but Johnson's unstoppable. A double kill back over to Danny. It is a 3-for-2 in the favor of FlyQuest.
But they've got their jungler here. EG only have 2 members, but they have the jungler. They have the Smite Flowers, and there's a ward on that dragon. Inspired's opting for the objective. He could just blast cone in there and yoink that away. He has the Smite. There's no Jose here. Careful about getting it too low.
Kumo trying to zone Inspired out. Danny stole the red buff away for HP Regen. Trying to steal it with a laser over the wall, but no, sir. That is Dragon Soul for the side of Fly. Last team fight. Obviously, your eyes get drawn to the biggest damage bar in the graph, which is the 6,117 damage for Danny. But even more so, look at that little itty-bitty thing right next to it. 469 for Jojo because he got exploded at the very start of the fight. That's not what is acceptable for EG to win these fights. Jojo has got to put more damage in than that, but FlyQuest is already over onto the Baron. EG has to come answer. A TP is going to be used from both sides. EG's getting close, but the Baron is already down and secured by Josediodo and FlyQuest. Impact summons up the horn, fires it off and finds 2, but there's no way for anybody to follow up. Josediodo buys a little bit of time, but he's still taken down. Vulcan with the engage into the dredge line, and now they're looking to find the damage here with a Johnson, but he's going to go dominating, finding the kill back on a Vulcan instead. Shut down onto Danny too. It's looking bad for the Evil Geniuses, and the bad guys lose here in game number 2.
FlyQuest get the Baron. They've got the Mountain Soul. They're not done yet. Inspired here trying to delay their pushes. But FlyQuest right up the mid lane here. They're going to get paid early.
FlyQuest pushing up. They know that it's only Inspired and Impact. They've still got everybody except Jose. They're not going after neutral objectives. They don't need a smite. All they need is a couple of sledgehammers to knock down these buildings, and they'll do just that. Mid lane inhibitor, first one to fall.
This can actually clear the wave effectively versus Kumo because Kumo threatens to dive on them, except for Jojo. With the range of Victor, lasering through these waves, even through the Baron-empowered minions. And Danny can hold the 4 push on top side, so EG delaying pretty well on this, even though FlyQuest have them surrounded with the Mountain Soul, with all of the extra gold lead here. FlyQuest looming, looking to finish the job.
And we've got 1 minute until the Elder Drake spawns. So if FlyQuest aren't confident in their ability to just brute force down the Evil Genius's base, they can always go for that too. Impact getting away as he's down to half HP as FlyQuest continue putting the pressure on here in the top lane. Johnson and Aphromoo gonna step up here a little bit. Johnson goes for some poke on Danny, but doesn't get a lot out of it. Kumo stepping up here, just using the power of that W. Gwen is immune, and it means she gets to hit turrets whenever she wants. But when the W's down, it's harder to stay alive. Inspired goes in for a little bit more, and that's the shutdown over to Jojo. Evil Geniuses continue their defense. 20 seconds on Elder Spawn. Jojo's dead for 50. No, not Jojo, Kumo! Now you got Vulcan walking away. Now you got Josediodo in trouble. Now you got him thrown up into the air. Now you got him barely getting out. But Danny picks him up, and Danny ain't done. The charm doesn't hit, and Danny's still looking for a little bit more. He cleanses it off, but Evil Geniuses are a 5v3 situation with Elder Dragon on the board.
Flowers, this is an objective bounty comeback too. This is going to be Elder buff, execution plus huge gold for Evil Geniuses. That was way too far from Jose, and it's going to cost them big.
Both FlyQuest carries still alive. Johnson almost has the flash. Toucouille has his. Evil Geniuses have the Elder down to about 6k. Inspired has Smite. Josediodo still dead for another 15 seconds. Kumo's alive in 5, and he will have the Unleashed TP. Evil Geniuses still working the dragon lower and lower. Elder claimed by Evil Genius.
Oh, it's not over yet, Flowers. Though, because the split push is already enabled from Gwen.
Kumo's moving down bottom lane. Nobody's going to contest for Baron. FlyQuest is saying that is an int. We don't want to do it. Do not fight them while the Elder is active. So Baron goes back over to Evil Geniuses. Impact will be sent back to the base. He'll stop the push coming out from Kumo, while the rest of EG say we don't have to go back. We have the Baron, we have the pressure. We'll take the tier 2 in the top side, grab another objective bounty. Mr. Kobe, a game that was an 8,000 gold deficit with a Baron for the side of FlyQuest has shrunk down to 1,500 gold.
This filling out inventories all over the place, still wearing the Baron buff. 1 second left on the Elder, that one times out. EG really got the most out of that punishment. Huge rewards from them. This changes the entire complexion of this series. Now, Evil Geniuses in game number 2 here. If they could push this one back over the line with the Impact flank here, it would be tremendous.
That is Omega tilt if you're FlyQuest and this game ends up going over to Evil Geniuses after having the lead that they did, having the game state that they did. You can see right there, we were having a lovely walk through the Blue Mountains, and all of a sudden, we're right back into the prairie, my friend. The gold lead has shrank. We're down to an 800 gold advantage for the side of FlyQuest. Yes, they still have the Mountain Soul too, but Evil Geniuses are all armed up with Ornn items. Johnson goes up into the air, lands back down now. Evil Geniuses continuing to push up, continuing to use this Baron for the next minute and 20 seconds. Backing away now as FlyQuest are able to make their defense. Everybody's getting away. Danny continues falling back. Danny is 6 items, by the way. JoJo's at 5. Almost caught up to Toucouille, who, although he has 6, one of them is the Medjot, and that's the important thing here. Kumo's trying to walk it on down, just maintaining that sort of questionnaire, not questionnaire, that, what's a mystique? That's what I'm looking for. Where is he? Is he in the fog? Has he teleported? Now he's going to teleport down, and now we're going to get the matching TP coming out from JoJo. Elder, half HP. The Smite fight can decide the game in an Elder Dragon fight. Kumo is here on the flank. He's ready to approach from the side. Both junglers hanging out in the pit. Danny's already popped the glance. Kumo coming around. It's going to be secured by Inspired. And Hoseidoto is already down. Kumo's going to try to fight in the middle of everybody, but Inspired and Danny are ready to go. The guns are locked and loaded, but Kumo has the scissors to snip them apart. Another double kill back over to Danny as Toucouille tries to retreat, and Aphromoo is shotgun food in front of the Graves. Evil Geniuses get the objective. They get the fight 4 for 3, and they're pushing into the bottom lane.
Critically, they keep 2 Elder Dragon buffs on 2 ranged champions here, Inspired and Danny, looking to push this one home. They want to get some of these inhibitors down right now. Toucouille has got to give him the distance, has to play cautiously here. There are 15 seconds left on Hoseidoto's arrival. He will have someone to help him defend Nexus turrets if he can buy 10 seconds.
Oh, those turrets are taking a beating. First one is already down.
5 seconds.
Danny is ready to go. He's looking for the FlyQuest mid laner and look no further. Danny has arrived. Ace over to Evil Geniuses, but can they keep fighting? Inspired. Good luck, buddy. I'm going after the Nexus. Hoseidoto wants the body block, and the Nexus will survive.
Jose blocks the shot, and Johnson comes in with the ulti. The feathers fly, and FlyQuest live again. Oh my goodness, Baron is up, Flowers. Take a drink quickly, because we're going to get right.
Chugging. And Evil Geniuses. The Elder has been removed from Summoner's Rift. The Baron is up, and it's FlyQuest who have access. Evil Geniuses who don't have the men to fight back. So now it'll be Fly wearing purple again.
2 teams, good and evil, Flowers. 3 Barons, 2 Elder Dragons. What more could you ask for? 46.5 minutes into it. One of my favorite pieces of LCS history of all time. Gwen already gets the W, can back off. Pretty decent chunk of damage dealt to Impact here, but he does have a Warmog Seer as the last item, so can just back off, heal up, and regen.
I love the Warmogs in late game situations like this, allowing the tanks to pretty much always be at full HP unless their 100 is zeroed. Impact has 5,500 health here on the Ornn, so at least he will be able to survive for a decent amount of time. Mid lane inhibitor under pressure. FlyQuest going after that one, and EG have nothing to say.
The one thing FlyQuest have to worry about, they do not have flashes on Toucouille or Johnson at the moment. Don't get too risky until you get at least Toucouille's flash back for a big play. They are slightly more vulnerable at the moment to the Ornn Nautilus combination. That's the only way they drop, if those two backliners get locked up. And so I think it's a good call here from FlyQuest. They just get the exposed inhibitor. They don't want to risk it without the flashes on their carry. For these players on stage, a steady hand means everything in the late game, because one pick, there's so much damage flying around, can mean the difference here. EG trying to work through the fog of war up to Elder Dragon number 3. Keeping Toucouille here, split pushing the Ahri on top side, so safe. He cannot get picked by Jojo. Jojo has to just wave clear up there on the Victor. Doesn't have the offensive option. And Toucouille here, couple of angles. Look at these wards for the teleports. Looks like most of them are pretty defensive for both of the teams. Yep. Bottom side, though, you see Kumo lying here in wait behind this brush. He comes through for the flank. Teleports will have to come early.
Evil Geniuses is just going in immediately after the Elder. They are daring.
Where's Jojo? Where's Jojo?
Toucouille's already arrived. Jojo's not here yet, but Kumo's going to be taken very low now into the stasis. Inspires nearly killed. Johnson goes in and he finds it already. Oh! D-Man knockout coming out from Impact. Shut down over onto Johnson, and it's Jojo getting it done. Now Jose tries to stay alive. Impact at 100 HP, but he's got the warm up. Remember the warm up. Kumo is in the enemy base. A teleport coming back. Will it arrive in time? Impact is there, but Kumo does not concern himself. FlyQuest take game 2. Snip! Snip! Wow! Wow! Wow!
That's what I like to see.
What a game 2!